It's Friday. We got the Hawaiian going on. Yeah, all right, all
Friday.
right, all right. Welcome to Sales Chatter Logistics
Oh
Podcast,
man.
where we aim for 10,000 reps to hit a million GP. I'm your host, Ryan, aka the Logistics Monk. With me is Dan O'Mac. Dan Deegan, what's going on, brother?
Damn, oh, man. Big Mac. That's what I want to eat.
Big Mac.
Big Mac. But you know what? Ryan, isn't Matthew McConaughey the best? All right, all right, all right.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. I wouldn't put him
Oh,
at the
come on.
best. He's
His
all right.
voice
He's
is
all right.
just so like chill, right? Like in his
Oh,
Lincoln commercials and stuff, he's just so Texan. I don't know. I love him.
I think
I
he's
love
just a
his
big fan of
accent.
Amari. Like, he's a big fan of Mari. So that's
Yeah.
why he's always kind of chill and having all that fun stuff. But today's
Yes.
Funday Friday. So we're going to bring the Matthew McConaughey, the good vibes over to Sales Chatter. So let's hit that intro and bring on our amazing co-host and our guest today. Boom.
To the HPLS podcast. Live, relevant, and high performance information, conversations, and education weekly.
I do got to say, man, when you did say yesterday that you got a shirt for the ages, you came out with the fire today. You came out with your. So I got to ask you a question before we bring on our guest here today, Dan.
Yeah. Go
That
for it.
shirt you're wearing right now, when you go to an all-inclusive, is that your day
Mhm.
one shirt or your day
That
five?
is
Like
my
what day?
Oh no, this is my first night at the steakhouse day. Whatever it
Okay,
is.
so it's
Like
a
if,
day
if it
one.
happens to be the first day, or sometimes we'll do the like the Iron Chef one first day, depending on kind of when when you get there, it depends on what times are booked. But this
100%.
is definitely my first steakhouse, and then once that's done, then it's just the open kind of shirt to hang out and chill and go walk along the beach day, because it's like almost feels like silk, so it's airy too,
All right, we'll have to do one of
and
those.
it's friggin' stylish.
Yeah, you're kidding up with the style, man. Zara might be giving you a call for the next collection. So
Yeah,
even Alexa Siri wants to know that. But you know what? Let's bring
she
on
was
our
asking about
amazing.
the hibiscus flowers. That's what she
Yeah,
was asking about.
yeah, she's interested in.
Your
So,
shirt looks like the actual thumbnail.
man, I'm trying,
Did you
man. I'm
notice that?
trying. Oh yeah,
You're
we're
like
trying. I'm
match
trying.
man.
You know what's funny? I wore this today. My wife was like, "I knew you were gonna wear that shirt," so I was like, "Is that maybe I have a lack of Hawaiian shirts, or I gotta go to Hawaiian shirt?" So let's bring
Or
on
she
our people.
subconsciously put it in the front of the cupboard, knowing that's the first one you would take. She
Well, funny,
wanted
we
to
got separate
dress you without
closets.
you knowing that she was dressing you.
Yeah, big facts,
Yeah,
big
buddy.
facts. So Friday Fun Day, let's bring on our people. We've got Brandy. She's been an amazing. She was on our show, always a great supporter of our show, and we thought it'd be pretty damn cool to bring her on. So let's bring on Brandy. What is going on?
What's happening, Ryan?
We're here. We're living the Hawaiian dream. Good. I know you got a little flowers action going on over there. Tell us
Yeah, a
about
little
your
Run
shirt.
DMC. I don't have a Hawaiian shirt, so I had to hit the Run DMC shirt today instead. It has flowers though, so I feel like 2 points.
Yeah, definitely, because you got the Run DMC in there for sure, for sure.
Right on.
It's interesting that I was thinking this morning. Have you guys? One of Nickelback's new songs is
Hot
those
Nickelback,
days.
man.
Yeah, is those remember those days, and it talks about remember when you couldn't watch Elm Street alone. And now you come out with and I don't even know, Ryan, if you know what Elm Street is. Do you know what Elm Street is? Like the original Nightmare on Elm Street?
I was gonna say, is that Friday the third? Like that's Freddy
No,
Krueger,
so that's
right?
Jason. That's
Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
Friday the 13th is Jason, and then Nightmare on Elm Street is Freddy Krueger, right? And then I started thinking, I wonder if I watched that movie today, would I be as scared? Like, are you guys here's my first question, and when Cowboy gets off the phone, he can answer it too. Are you more of a horror film or like a psychological thriller like Saw?
It's gonna be a no for me on both.
Both, really.
Really? Okay.
I'm no. Here's but the thing for me though. I don't like supernatural movies because I get scared of those kind of things. I never want to watch a movie that I get scared, but I do like humans. As bad as it sounds, I like when humans are the villains, like The Strangers. That was like a creepy ass movie because it's literally humans like doing this bad stuff to people, right? So, speaking of bringing on some amazing people onto our show, let's bring on the cowboy, Jeff Dickinson, as he's joining us here.
Yeah, hey, Ben, you want
Okay, so let's.
Just kidding. It's a
Hold on,
joke.
hold on. Patch that in. Just making a sales call. Patch that in. Patch that in.
No. You're just making his pizza order there. From there, so let's bring him on.
your
What
guys-
is going on, Jeff?
Hold on. Yes, this order is for Dan Deegan. Yeah, 2 chucks, porterhouse, and a tomahawk. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Gotta go. Bye.
Are you gonna fly them here? Bring them over. Bring them over.
He's gonna bring them on the horse. He's gonna bring them on the horse. What's going on, Jeff? You're looking great.
Cowboy up,
Imagine
man.
Jeff coming up
It
to
is
the
Friday.
U.S.-Canadian
Friday.
border on his horse. That would be freaking cool, man.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is showing off the rails pretty quick, eh?
Yeah, but that's what Funday Fridays is about. But let's get into that, guys. So, first question for everybody here. I thought about this as I was watching the Blue Jays game last night. What would be your batter song as you're coming to the plate? So you get like a little 20 to 30 seconds of any song that you like every time you go to bat. Let's start with Brandy. We'll kind of work our way. Brandy, Dan, and Jeff.
Man, that's a hard one for me. I'm gonna be honest. I'm really, really big on music. A lot of hip hop over here. I'm gonna go with the song I just sent to my boss to listen to on his drive in this morning, and that was Work Part 2 by Big L. I'm an old school hip hop fan, so I guess I'd pick that, but I'd like my song to change every time I went up to bat, to be honest.
Okay, maybe we'll have to do that. We'll have to get. I like that. Big L. Shout out to Big L, one of the greatest lyricists of all time. Underrated. Definitely one of my favorite battle rappers of all time. But Dan, what are you thinking? You're
Definitely Burn It to the Ground by Nickelback.
What's up with Nickelback?
On the Nickelback.
Boo.
Is Nickelback watching? Is that why you keep bringing it up?
No. We're trying to get a sponsor. The Burn It to the Ground by Nickelback has been my favorite song for, gosh, I used to play it for the kids when my son was in like Bantam hockey and Atom hockey. And then we used to put a smoke machine into the hallway and have the smoke go out onto the ice and the kids would run out on Burn It to the Ground. And it's always just been my song. I've always, no matter what, that would be what it is.
Burn to the Ground. Our Cowboy. What do we got for us?
Oh, Big City Nights by the Scorpions. No doubt. That's all me.
Big cities.
I thought you were going to say like Don't Blink by Kenny Chesney or something.
No, man. Come on. I can only go so far with Cowboy,
That's a great tune, though, brother.
It is. But I'm a rock and roll, so.
Oh, rock and roll? No, I got to go with the hip hop, man. I would say anything that's like hard, like anything like Little John from like the 2000s.
No.
Those like pump up songs, like never scared by Bone Crusher. Shout out to Bone Crusher, that one hit wonder. That would definitely be my track to come out to go in and crush it. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's hear with our next question with everybody here.
What about now? Hold on, for hip hop. What about Hypnotized by Biggie?
Ooh,
right?
Okay,
like
Dan.
that is a killer tune. Killer.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like you're going to battle. It's like your battle. Like you could have said baseball or like going into battle. So I don't know if I want to go into battle with Biggie, can't you see? I want my enemies to be scared, or the pitcher at the mound to like see some fear in their eyes, So I don't know if Nickelback is gonna do that for them, but
yeah, I'm gonna say
you gotta hear that tune,
Ryan.
You gotta hear that tune. You gotta hear the tune. So you're thinking like if you're walking down going to a wrestling match, that the song playing as you're going to the ring, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be that one. It's definitely got to be that one. All right, let's get to the next one. When we'll start the opposite way, we'll go with the Cowboy starting first. How do you like to relax and unwind? So that's a great question for Friday Fundays.
Oh. Sitting on my back porch with a nice bottle of wine, just looking over the lake.
Yeah, you're in a really nice spot. You sent me pictures of your backyard. Yeah, that would be super chill.
Yeah, that would be it. Yeah, what's this chassis that bad suits, Jeff?
All right, so we're going with that one. So Dano, what is yours, my man? Unwinding to relax. What are you doing?
Gosh, I felt like all I've done for the last year is relax. I don't really want to do it anymore. I would probably have to say sitting out by the pool with my wife and just hanging kind of at that dusk mark where the lights come on and start glimmering. Hot tub's a good one.
All right, let's get to that hot tub. All right, Brandy, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so I make it a point to unwind every day. Actually, it's like really good for my mental health. So there's a trail by my house, so I walk like a few miles a day after work at this trail. It's pretty cool. Like right now, it's like a lot of alligator activity. Kind of a nerd when it comes to alligators. I'm not one of those nerds that gets like real close to alligators and like not one of them. But definitely do some walking, get into nature, unwind. Helps me.
You don't give the alligators an old. Come here, I got a snack for you.
Not going to see me on the news.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I'm always kind of scared. For me, it's definitely the same thing like Brandy, getting out to nature, going for a long walk, throwing on a podcast, and maybe we'll get a sponsor. But shout out to Corona and their zero alcohol beer. It's one of the it's amazing. But I want to tell everybody who doesn't know about this. Dan, you'll find this funny too. So Corona has this non-alcoholic beer, but on the back there's a warning saying that you could only drink 2 a day because there's too much vitamin D in it. It's actually a vitamin D supplement beer. So on the back, so Dan, please do not drink more than 2 for drinking.
Well, that's not happening. But
no need to buy it.
Really, they say not to drink more than 2. That's interesting.
Yeah,
now,
that's kind of scary. I'm gonna be honest.
You'll get nauseated and you get sick. I think it has 30% of your daily requirements of vitamin D.
Wow.
Gee, what happens when you drink 9 cups of coffee a day?
You become
you
a cowboy.
Already do, Jeff. You tell us.
I don't know. I mean, I'm a pretty up person, so I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, if you guys were to bring over your dogs and we'd have our dogs, it would be a total gong show in the backyard.
We'd be outnumbered,
man. Have to do that. Oh, buddy, you're gonna have to do that. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah,
reggae music, yes, Lisa.
Gotta get some
yes.
reggae music.
Like your style, Lisa. That's why we're friends.
All right, let's go with this. Since on the topic of Dan can't stop talking about food. So, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? And let's start with the cowboy.
Pizza.
Ooh. Does pineapple belong on pizza, guys?
And ham.
I actually like pineapple on pizza.
I love pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just like pineapple. I don't know.
I don't know.
So
I don't
we're all
know
in
if I
agreement
would
then.
want it on pizza
There's always
my
one.
whole life if pizza was the only thing I was eating. But
There. All right, Dano. What's the one thing you got?
Roti, chicken roti, all the way.
Chicken roti. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, buddy.
Barbecue chicken's another good one too.
Ooh, barbecue. Anything chicken related? Brandy, what do you got for us?
I would probably go sushi just for Jeff. Last episode, I'm gonna get invited to. It's cool.
Yeah. No, we all love sushi. Jeff doesn't like sushi at all, but I'm a sushi guy. I love sushi. Sushi is one of the best things you could probably have. The all you can eat and stuff like that is it's amazing. So
hey, it's healthy for you. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
To a point, guys. I get the shrimp tempura and the cheese wonton.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'll eat that stuff, but I mean, no.
You gotta have a little shrimp and crab tempura in there with your sushi, guys. You gotta have it.
Oh, you definitely do.
What's yours?
For me, so if it's one thing I like, and I should have probably said this, you can always change the toppings because obviously eating one thing for the rest of your life is going to be lame. I would say pizza as well because you can have a sweet pizza, you can have a savory pizza, you can have any type of pizza that you want. So I'm a big pizza guy. I think pizza is awesome.
So when it comes to your answer, you're changing the rules. Okay.
Yeah. Just when you think you have all the answers.
General.
It gives us half the information for us to answer, but when it's Ryan's turn to answer, he changes the rules.
Hey man, I don't choose to be the host of the show. Okay, man, it just happens.
You do a great job at it, buddy. You do a great job.
Thank you. All right, let's get in a little bit deeper as we're kind of going in here, and we'll start with Brandy. But what challenges you on a day-to-day basis?
So, when you say challenge, do you mean more so drives me, or what do I find frustratingly challenging?
However you want it. We'll leave it open since Dan got on me for the rules, so we'll keep it whatever your interpretation of it is. You go for it.
I'm going to make the rules for us on this one, Dan. I got your back.
Come on, Queen, go for it.
I'm going to go with what drives me because I am like really optimistic. I know people like to say that. Like, obviously, I have bad moods and bad days, but I try and choose happiness all the time. So what drives me is probably anything competitive, or if I'm learning something new. So like if it's something I don't know about, like operations, right? And basically everything in logistics, because I'm such a rookie. But if it's something I don't know and then I learn it and I like win through that situation, like win a new customer, get an opportunity to quote or meet someone new, that to me is like the biggest thing. So it's really competition based and learning based for me. That's for sure what drives me every day.
Let's go. Love that answer. Dano?
For me, it's drives me is the goals. You know, you're picking something that you want to go towards, and I'll blow through mountains to get to it. What challenges me these days is my energy. I'm still finding myself very challenged with my energy and trying to go all day. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very happy at where I'm going compared to where I was, but it's still when you're used to going 16, 17 hours and just giving her, and now you can go like 4, it sometimes messes with your brain.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks for sharing that. Let's get to the cowboy. What do you think, my man?
Myself, because I'm never satisfied with what I do. So I'm always challenging myself, you know, with whatever I need to do. You know, yesterday is gone, tomorrow's not promised. So what I try to do is challenge something new for me to do each and every day. I mean, that's what life's all about. If you're not learning, man, you're not moving forward. So, you know, I challenge myself.
Yeah, you're like your own hype man, Jeff. You know, I appreciate that about you. You show up with a park ranger hat on and you get busy. I like
Park Ranger, Yogi the Bear. You know?
You want to stay on the trail, Queen Bee?
But Jeff,
I do like trails. That's true. That's awesome.
Jeff, you're happy with what you're doing, but you're not satisfied with your end goal yet. Like, you got to be satisfied with what you do, or else you drive yourself nuts.
But
brother.
you see, right? Yeah, because you know the thing is that there's never a finish line, Dan. Right? I mean, you can have 100% objectives, and every single day they change. You know, depends on what's happening at that moment. So that's just.
But at the end of the day, you're happy with your results.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But there's always something else better to do. There's always something else better to do. You know.
Oh. Especially when you run a business, and especially when you run your business from your house, because that door is like 2 feet away, and you're like, yeah, I could just go in and do another 35-40 minutes, and then 4 hours later you're still in there. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Netflix is like, do you want to continue? We should have like that message that comes over your computer, like how Netflix says, do you want to continue watching the show? Do you want to continue working? And then it kind of gives you that button, right? So you kind of go from there. For me, what challenges me is I see my family, man. I want them to have the best life that they can have, and anything that I kind of do, I put my output. I challenge myself to learn every single day, and it's just not with our industry. Like, I learn how to become a better podcast host, how to become a better friend, how to become a better person with my Toastmasters club and everything like that. So constantly challenging, but like, just to go to Dan's point, every time I go to bed really, really good. You know, I have no regrets. Everything's happy. I sleep like a baby with my sleep apnea machine, but it's everything is really, really good. So we were kind of going from there. I want to get to this one here because I think this one's a really, really cool one. I'll start off with Brandy. Do you believe that everything happens for a reason?
I love this question. I'm glad you asked that. I am very much a universal spiritual energy thinker. So, like, with that being said, for me, I know things can appear as coincidence, but I don't really believe coincidences happen at the rate that we kind of assume they do. I do think that there's a lot to be said about alignment and frequency of energy between people. And I do believe in, you know, karma and things of that nature. So I think when you have that much energy moving around and so many frequencies and interactions in your day to day and things of that nature, when something feels like a coincidence or something feels like deja vu or what have you, like, that's happening for a reason as a result of what's happening around you. So I don't think things just happen. I think there's definitely a reason behind it.
I love that. I love that so much. Dano.
100%. everything in life happens for a reason, whether it be a lesson, an opportunity to grow. There's gold in everything that happens. I think we just have to look for it. I agree with Brandy 100%.
Yeah.
All right, Cowboy.
Yeah, I think I'm the reason, if that makes any sense, because you're creating the environment in which you're doing everything in. So if things happen for a reason, you're definitely part of it. You're because something happened to you. Now you can either fend that off or continue going down whatever road, but whatever that reason is, you're creating it. I firmly believe in that. Putting yourself in that position.
Okay, I like that perspective.
Right?
Reason for it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's I like that perspective. I'm the same way. I agree with everything with Brandy. It comes within my faith as well, being Hindu, being that hey, we believe in karma and everything like that. So anytime that I run into somebody or I have a conversation, there's so many times that I find recently I'm just having conversations with people and a reoccurring topic is coming up, like something that I might have said yesterday or my wife has said yesterday or something
Yeah.
that's happened like in the past. So it's like I don't believe in coincidences. I think like everything happens for a reason, you know. So I think that is one of the best things that we can do to appreciate, especially when you get that click. Like, oh my God, like this clicked with
Yeah.
me from there. So pretty cool.
Here's a question for you.
What's up?
Do you believe in deja vu?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like the same thing, right? So I don't know. I'm not trying to be weird here, right, like that. But there's times that I've dreamt stuff, and it's come like it's not like right away, but like down the road. Like I'm like, didn't I friggin' dream this?
Exactly.
So for what it's worth, guys, and Brandy, I'm waiting to dream about the lottery numbers. I don't know about you
Yeah,
guys.
let me know when you do
You
it.
know, so I'm waiting to hear about that. But yeah,
When you have that dream, make sure you
Yeah,
share it,
make sure, man.
because you got to share with the sugar bear, and we'll all go in. And
That's
then
right.
we
And
can
I'll
have
get
the
a ring.
U.S. side and the Canadian side.
Yeah, I'll give you a higher cut than what it breaks down evenly, just so you know.
Thank you. We'll talk to Aaron about that. But actually, let's get to everybody. Dan and Brandy, would you guys believe in deja vu as well?
I think that it goes right into what we were just talking about. I mean, another great question, Jeff, but I do think it aligns with energy and frequency. And I think one thing I didn't mention just a few minutes ago was manifesting. Manifesting is something that I'm huge on. And call me crazy if you want to. I mean, I've probably been called worse, so no worries. But I believe that, I make things happen too, to Jeff's point. And I know that deja vu is one of those times where, let's just say the universe, for lack of better word, but whatever your belief system may be, apply it there, is a sign, a signal showing you something that's either happening or reminding you of something that's happened. And what was that lesson that you learned to flying it? Because if you're not, then that's a really, really beautiful thing that's just happened and you're able to kind of reflect. So I believe in deja vu. I think it's meaningful, and I think we should pay more attention to it.
Amen.
I also believe if you don't apply it, Brandy, it comes back.
Yeah.
And the universe tries to teach you another lesson with the same, it kind of has the same issue. And I've seen so many people go, like, every 3 months I have the same thing come up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, learn from it, do something, change that process.
What part are you playing? Yeah, what part are you playing in this? Why are you in this class? Why do you keep getting the same test, right? It's what are you doing? And I think it's leaning into your humility and understanding that you have some opportunity to be a better version of yourself.
Absolutely.
Very well said.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Start with this one with Jeff, going from here. What is your idea of perfect happiness?
Being able to share and receive love. I think that if you have all that and you have the right surroundings, I think that you're in a perfect position, whether bad or good or indifference. You just have that feeling of euphoria, like it's just perfect. It doesn't matter if something goes wrong. You're just in that right spot.
I'll take that one. Dano.
Can you ask a question again, Ryan?
Yeah. What would be your definition of perfect happiness?
Harmony. My wife and I are big into the word harmony. Here's the thing. You're never really going to have the same amount of time at work than you do at home, right? Like, there's always going to be an off balance. You might want to spend 3 days a week with your aging parents, but you can't because you have to put food on the table or whatever the case may be, distance, whatever it is. But I truly believe if you work for harmony in your life, you'll live one of the most prosperous lives, and not just monetarily, but everything prosper. Because you might only have 2 hours with somebody, but if you're fully present and you make those 2 hours really count, that feeling will last for a lot longer than 2 hours. So my wife and I are Christine and I are always talking about harmony.
I like
That's
that.
beautiful, Dan. I
That's
love
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question for you, Dan. Who is Harmony, and how do I get her phone number? So we can...
that. Can I receive
Does
sex?
your wife know about her?
I'm gonna text your wife because
She's watching, man. She's watching. Let's get on to Brandy.
and I'm surprised you haven't got a shoe thrown at you right now on the side of your head just there.
No, she waits for after the show. She waits for after the show. Do that. She's like, we can't have any bruises on there. Going from there. But Brandy, what is your perfect definition?
The phone book.
She kicked him under the table, Dan. For me, I'm gonna go with laughter, and that may seem a little bit small, but for me, laughter is my favorite thing to do. I love to laugh. I spend the majority of my day at work joking with my team, laughing. We're talking smack consistently. I mean, I don't know that there's been a day I haven't laughed at least 20 times. But laughing for me is a big part of my life that I like to embrace and have as much as possible. So I know for me personally, if I'm laughing, I'm in my biggest or highest level of happiness for myself, for sure.
I love that.
Laughing is awesome.
I know we're going to keep going, but I know Daniel has to leave at 11:30. So I'm going to ask you the question that we're going to end with, but we're going to continue the show going on. Dan, what is your message to the world?
Oh.
Wow.
I'm going to steal the message from Emerson because I think it's hugely defining, and I think it takes people from. I think it shifts your perspective huge. What you do screams so loud, I can't hear a word you say. So what that means is walk the walk. Because there's a lot of people out there, and not that I want to end this on like a, but the reality is a lot of people want a lot of really good things in their life, and they want a lot of big business, and they want this, and they want love, and they want friendship, and they're never willing to work on it. They're never willing to work on themselves. They're not willing to put in the time, effort, energy, the blood, sweat, the tears to have the greatest life possible. So what you do screams so loud, I can't hear a word you say. That would be my message.
I like that.
And that's from Emerson, the great Emerson. All right. I got to get the doggies to the groomers because they look like sheepdogs. But thank y'all. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Jeff, good to see you again, brother. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. And Brandy, pleasure to meet you.
You too, man.
And Ryan, we'll chat later, brother. Bye, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend.
You too, Dan.
Take care, my man. So actually, we take his video off there. So as we're kind of switching up, now we can have some real fun now that Dan's gone, right? I'm just joking, guys. Actually, you know what? Let's start with So we kind of like.
Say what? What'd you just say?
See, there we go. Okay, here's a really random one, and it's something that it's going to be thought provoking from here. So I'll start with Jeff first. Describe the color yellow to someone who is blind.
Ooh.
I know.
Oh, dang, Ryan, what a turn. Okay.
We're turning.
Wow. That's a tough one, man, because I know the colors that make yellow, but
I
don't
don't.
know colors. If you don't know colors, how can you explain that?
Can I take a stab at it for you, Jeff?
Go.
Let's tag team this one because this is hard. Ryan just threw it through a wrench. He said we're gonna have fun and then gave us a hard thing.
And that's
Let's see. Okay, so the person's blind and we're trying to describe yellow. So I would go with maybe feeling and like how I feel when I see yellow. Because I don't even know the colors that make yellow, which is pathetic. But I would say like warm and bright. And I associate yellow with light. So I would talk about like the reflection of light and the warmth and brightness if I was describing it. However, that's all could be perceived as visual, but I mean more so as feeling, because we're speaking to someone who doesn't have the vision, right? So it's more so of how it makes you feel. I would definitely go with warmth, sun, feeling the light, brightness. That's probably my answer.
Yeah, but how would you know what the color of the sun is, though? You know what I'm saying? That would be like the warmth of it. So it's like,
Ooh, Ashley's coming to help you guys here. Ashley is
Of
here,
course
so
she
she
is.
said,
That's my girl.
okay,
know,
let's see.
it's associated with sunshine, happiness, and warmth. It's the color of the yolk, which is a perfectly cooked egg, or skin of a ripe banana. I feel like it's a chat GPT. But color of lemon, which is tangy sour taste, often with the color yellow. And let's see, when you wear something yellow, it can make you feel more energized, optimistic. Yellow is a color that could evoke a lot of emotions, and it's used to grab people's attention or make them feel more positive. So, how would you bring that and tell that to someone who is blind? And
Yeah, I mean,
here's
that's kind of hard, because if you don't know what an egg, you can feel an egg, but you don't know the color of the egg. If you've been blind since birth, you can feel that it's an odd shape, but you don't know if it's white. You don't know it's yellow. I mean, that's the difficult part of it. You know, you're trying to explain a color to them that doesn't exist because they've never seen it.
There we go. So here's what I'll leave that up for you, both of you guys, for homework for next week, and we'll do that with that one. All right, so I'm gonna ask you guys one last question before we wrap up today. With the spirit of Brandy being in Florida, that hot, amazing place, and Jeff, you were recently at Marco Island a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Brandy and Jeff, how would you both put your sales caps on? How would you both sell hot chocolate in Florida?
I wouldn't. I'm just kidding. Do we have hot chocolate in Florida? I don't think
You gotta have hot chocolate in Florida.
I'm just kidding.
Definitely.
I'm sure there is. Well, I think here's the thing. Know your target audience. I'm not going to go after the snowbirds because they're not going to need hot chocolate coming down from your neck of the woods, Ryan. So I'm going to go for the Floridians. So shout out to the true Floridians that are here. There's about 15 of them. I would talk to them and probably right around like November, December. There's like this few weeks in the year where it gets a little colder. And when I say cold, like 50. So for those of you who don't live here, not cold. But I would probably go after the Floridians and talk to them about, man, the weather's like really dipping down. We're starting to kind of see some of those temperatures that they see in the north, which is like nowhere near true, but in Florida mind it is. And pitch them some hot chocolate. Might even make them a cup myself. Yeah.
All right, Cowboy. How would the Cowboy, the bodacious hot chocolate, how would you sell that?
The bodacious hot chocolate Cowboy, that is. Thank you.
It's quite a
I
nickname.
think I would.
I know. I would say no right away. Cowboy, my hot chocolate.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Lafayette bodacious.
No, I'll pass. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I would start off with a vanilla ice cream cone and start talking about, you know, how good chocolate tastes on top of it. Even though it is hot, once it touches that ice cream and it starts cooling down, you know, it's a fantastic taste. If you ever haven't tried something like that, I would just go with something like that, you know, because I mean, hot chocolate by itself is like, okay, you know, but when it's on top of something, you know, I think it would sell a lot easier as a combo.
Make a killing. I like that. I like that selling it in a combo. So both of you guys had amazing things. For me, I'll take something from both of you. So Brandy, what I would take from you is the target audience. I would go to only kids, and I'd slap a Mickey Mouse sticker on the cup, or I would stick like whatever the kids are into these days, Paw Patrol, whatever
Disney's
it is.
big here. Disney's
Yeah,
big
see, there we
here.
go. And then from Jeff,
Smart.
I would connect it with a pair of something. So I would pair that with the most oozy chocolate chip cookie you can ever find. So hey, if you want the cookie, you got to get the hot chocolate. So it's a combo
Or
deal.
milk.
So yeah, milk. Well, no, you got to do the hot chocolate, man. That's the question. It's the hot chocolate.
Yeah,
So
so you put hot chocolate in milk, man. Come on, you never done that?
well, there's milk in hot chocolate, man. What's going on?
Hey man, how are you making your hot chocolate, Jeff?
Yeah, I know. I feel like Jeff's never had hot chocolate before. You know, we gotta kind of bring him
Talking
from there.
about
But
ice cream.
Come on now.
yeah, it'd be so amazing to kind of see. So both of you, just like I asked Dan and Cowboy, I'll start with you, my friend. What is your message to the world?
To be kind to each other, to treat people the way that you want to be treated. Give more than take, talk less and hear more. Um, yeah, I think that would be it.
I love that. I love that. That's really, really cool. Brandy, what's your message to the world? And it doesn't just in general, whatever comes to mind.
Yeah, for sure. I would say my message for the world today is if you're someone who's finding yourself surrounded by darkness, remember that means you're the light.
I love that. Take that in, Jeff. If you're surrounded by darkness, you are the light. I like that. That is
Be
really
that-
cool. That's inside.
Be that beam of positivity shining down on everybody below.
Yeah.
I
Show
usually
yourself
say
some
that.
love. Show
That's right,
yourself
man.
some love. Show yourself some grace. You're not your
Every
surroundings.
day. Every day.
Every day. I love that. So both of you, what are you guys getting up to on the weekend? What is your weekend looking like in your worlds?
I'm packing. I'm getting ready to go to New Orleans next week for the Waste Expo. So if you're going to be in New Orleans, please hit me up. I'd love to chat with you and meet you, but definitely packing, definitely hitting a trail to relax, maybe even the beach. We'll see. It's kind of rainy here, so that's my plans.
Look at
I
you
like that.
traveling all over the
I
place.
know she's done more events than you and I, Jeff. Like, oh my God, she's everywhere. I know she's the Mid America
I
Truck
hope you
Show,
have
the
like
Waste
a-
Show.
I
It's a
hope
testament.
you
Well, with that, before we get on to Jeff, what is 2 tips that you would give to somebody who's scared to go to these things?
Oh yeah, for sure. Don't be. Get out of your own way. Number one, you're in your own way. Fear is real, but it's also just a feeling, and you get to control your emotions. That's the cool thing about being human. So get out of your own way and don't let fear dictate your life. And 2, just go in there ready to learn. Stop thinking every conversation is a sale. Think of it as a way to learn, an opportunity to get to know someone, get to know a new product, get to know a new business model, learn something new, even in your field. And let the conversations flow. The business comes with the conversation. People want to work with who they like. So are you likable? Are you pushing sales down people's throat? Like you got to just kind of look at it as a learning opportunity.
Love that. Jeff, what are you getting up to this weekend, my friend?
A couple things. As long as it's weather permitting, I'm going to work on my car. I'm a car guy. And then I'm going to do a video shoot somewhere up in the woods for my upcoming podcast that's going to be launched on May 15th. So I just hope the weather permits it, and we'll see what happens.
Awesome. So you got, like you said, May 15th. You got a time coming up. What can people expect? Like, I know that we've done our thing together and we killed it. We had so much fun. Now you're kind of going off your own and doing an amazing thing, which you're going to be crazy successful on. But what can people expect from the Cowboy May 15th?
It's going to start at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. Not sure how many times a week, but it's called Life Lessons and Logistics. Logistics is a very demanding field, and it's very stressful, and it definitely interacts with your personal life, your work life, and the lessons that you learn from it. A lot of people take all that aggravation to their home. They don't know how to, to separate it from their work and personal lives. So we're going to talk about that and talk to individuals who have stressed, who have figured it out. Try to help out the other people that are out there. There will be some logistics and some things, best practices and all that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to hone in on the lessons that can help people, have a better life in this industry.
Love that. So everybody tune in May 15th. That's going to be such a cool thing to see and be a part of as well. So want to thank you both. Amazing Funday Fridays. We got to do this as always. Want to thank the audience. Today blew up. Everybody was engaging. Everybody was answering the questions. And this is what our intention is to have fun. That's why Brandy's on the show today, because she found that it was very engaging and a lot of fun, because, there's so much, like Jeff is going on with his show as well, Life Lessons and Logistics, that, logistics you can get with the ups and you can go with the downs, but hey, you got to make it fun, man, especially with a Friday. And I know, like everybody says, like, you hustle all 7 days of the week. It is what it is, whatever your perception is. But we want to keep it cool here, keep it having fun, and be relatable, because people are people. At the end of the day, like Brandy says, you don't need to worry about what somebody's name is on a corporate thing. People are people at the end of the day. So if you found value in this, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit a share with your friend, your neighbor, your spouse, anybody, and the Amazon driver who's bringing you your Amazon packages today, because we all know you ordered some stuff last night. So with that being said, we'll hit the replay at 2 p.m. specifically, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And I love doing this, but Cowboy, take us home, my man.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today on Funday Friday. You can catch us every single Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, remember that Sales Chatter Live is on Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check out Ryan and Dan. They go over a lot of things that you want to learn about and chat about. So make sure you put that on your calendars. With that said, the Bodacious Cowboys out. Have a great weekend, everyone. Take care.